Hello. Welcome once again to this YouTube channel. And guess what? It's 2026. It's my first video of the year. I am officially welcoming you into the year 2026. I'm glad we both made it into this beautiful year. If you're just joining me for the first time, if this is your first time seeing my video, I say welcome to you. My name is Oluwanifemi, and here is my own TV station where I share my journey, lessons, and what I'm figuring out along the way. I hope through my channel you're able to learn one or two things that can help you take a step further. So I generated some questions from my Instagram community, and that is what I'm hoping to answer in today's session. And I hope you stay tuned until the end. That is when you will be my real G. Please watch until the end and let me know what you think. Yeah, before I go ahead, using this opportunity to thank every single one of you that dropped questions. It meant a lot to me. And then you are like a sponsor for this YouTube video. Yes, thank you. So the first question is, why did you start content creation? I think this is a very thoughtful question, and there were so many reasons I started content creation, but I'm going to be giving you 4 major reasons that I started content creation. One of the 4 reasons I started content creation in this context, YouTube, is because I want to explore beyond my comfort zone. I wanted to challenge myself. I started in 2024. I really wanted to put myself out there because I feel like I am doing a disservice to the world by not sharing content. The second reason would be because I get a lot of questions in my DM about graduate school, and it started to get overwhelming, and I thought if I could document my journey, some of the things that I learned, how I did what I did, how I wrote my essays, how I applied to the opportunities that I got, I felt it could be helpful to a number of persons. And honestly, since I started this YouTube channel, I have received a number of testimonies, I would say, on how people have been encouraged to push for scholarships to get into programs abroad. And I think that gives me a lot of fulfillment. The third reason is that I have a lot of wisdom to share to the world. And like I said earlier, I'll be doing a disservice to my generation if I am not out there, if I'm not sharing my journey, if I'm not sharing lessons learned. Because no matter what level you're right now, the lessons you've learned along the line, no matter how insignificant it may seem, can help other people move ahead. So maybe this is me challenging you today. If you feel that there are so many things you should be sharing, there's so many lessons you should be sharing, please take that bold step today and just do it. So my fourth reason will be that I really also want to improve my communication skill. It's been over a year since I started YouTube, and I know I have observed significant improvements in the way I communicate. And why is this? Because I constantly record videos of myself, I rewatch, I edit, then I'm able to pinpoint areas that are not so great and correct it along the line, or even able to get feedback from people and make adjustments along the line. So some of your blind spots would not be obvious to other people unless you even take those steps, unless you take those bold steps to just start. That is when you start to see, oh, I'm not actually as good as I thought I imagined, so I need to work on this thing. I'm not that great here, I need to improve on this. And honestly, it's mind-blowing. Just just try it out. It's mind-blowing. So, and communication, because the way I see myself, the way I have envisioned myself, and what I feel, where I feel God is taking me to, would require this skill. And like we all know it, communication is one of the most important skills anyone that wants to make an impact should have in this generation. Now let's move to the Second question: what's a life experience that shaped who you are today? This one is a little bit broad because there are several experiences that have shaped who I am today. I don't think I can exactly say, oh, this is one experience that has transformed everything. Ranging from the family that I grew up with, my family, the schools that I attended, the communities that I belonged to, the friends that I made along the way, and definitely all of these experiences have shaped me. However, I'm going to talk about one of those experiences that helped me crack the academic excellence code. So all through my primary school education and my junior secondary school education, I was usually hovering around being the sixth, getting the sixth position in class, between sixth to 10th position in class, or maybe sometimes 11th. But then I was cool with it because I thought that was what I could do. But then promoting to senior secondary school, I did something different. I started studying almost every day, and I remember that during the siesta, instead of me to sleep, I would cover myself with blankets, with my books. I don't even know how I was seeing through the blankets. So I would be memorizing things that they had taught me in home economics class and some other subjects like that. So the first SS1 first step results came out, and it was the most beautiful result I've ever had. And honestly, when you've tasted something good and that feeling, you would not want to reduce that standard. And since then, it has always been like I've always had good academic results, like the excellent academic records. What that did to me is that first experience of doing the work, being more consistent, being diligent, changed the results, gave me the best outcome I've ever had. And I wanted to keep it at that. So I kept being the serious student, always studying. And although my social life suffered along the line, but that experience helped me to understand that diligence, there's no substitute to diligence, and there is this honor that comes with a diligence, like, that comes with the outcomes from diligence. That let me use it like that. There's this honor that comes with it. Even the Bible says it, that said that a man diligent in his business, he shall sit before kings and not me men. So it just made me realize that, so I can do this, and I can keep doing it, and I can keep doing it and replicating this kind of excellence. So that was it for me. That was one experience, and I hope you enjoyed the story. All right, so let's move to the next question. It says, if your life had a theme right now, what would it be? It would be only focus on what you can control, and that is becoming the best version of yourself. Yeah. So the next question: are you single? I'll leave you to guess that, my beautiful followers or subscribers or audience. I'll leave you to guess that in the comment section. And another one from my dear friend. She says that, why are you so fine? Thank you so much. Then to the sixth question: aside being a genius, do you have any artistic talents, e.g. singing, painting? Yes, I would say that I'm artistic. However, I have not been intentional in refining this part of my life. And that's one of the reasons I even started a YouTube channel, even though I didn't mention it earlier. I wanted to explore life beyond academia and just explore. But to answer that question directly, so I also can, what else can I do? I know I can draw. Not, I don't know the different styles of drawing, but I remember back in school in biology, I used to know how to draw those things. I drew them myself. And even right now, I still practice just once in a while, and I'm not too bad at it. But thank you for asking this question. And I feel like 2026 is going to be the year that I will do so many things that I would normally not do or I've not been doing. Maybe I will try to dance more. Yes, that's in my plan. I'm planning to dance more this year. The next question is, if you could have a dinner with three great thinkers, dead or alive, who would you choose? Maybe those who know me so well would know the individuals that I would choose. But let's start with Master Jesus. I think I would, when we get to heaven, I have a lot of questions for that man. A lot. But then, right now that we're on earth, let's focus on those alive right now. So, it would be number one, Ibukun Awoshika. Number two, Debola Dechikurumi. And the reason I mention these two is because they're already treading that path that I wish to follow. So they speak to me directly. I don't listen to so many great people because not everyone's journey resonates with me. But these two, it's just amazing that I've followed them consistently over the years and I've not changed. Honestly. So those are the two people that I would want to sit with. I would want to have a one-on-one conversation with. I would want them to hold my hands as I journey through this life of impact. Now to the next question. How do you approach learning something difficult? How do you approach learning something difficult? So I have three key strategies. I have three ways that I approach something difficult. Not like I think about it consciously, but when I was thinking about this question, those were the things that came to my mind that I have subconsciously adopted while trying to solve problems or trying to overcome something really difficult, surmount a big mountain. So number one is the can-do mindset. It's very important because it changes a lot of things. When you have that mindset that it is possible for you to be able to do this, it is possible for you to be able to learn this, it automatically gives you that willingness, that open-mindedness. And irrespective of how hard that thing is, it furthers your commitment along the line. So that's number one. Then number two is get resources. I mean, it's obvious. YouTube University is there. Get resources to help you. And number three is being humble enough to ask people for help. This is one of the most difficult things to do because I am guilty. I would rather that was before I'm getting better. I'd rather sit with it for hours when I can just meet somebody to explain to me in about 10 minutes and I would understand it, because I just have this personal mindset that okay, this is how I'm going to learn. This will help me later in life. Like, okay, the methodologies that I'm using to figure things out can help me to solve problems, which is true, but which is better. I'd rather ideally one should rather go to people that know it already because they help you learn it faster and better. The next question is, do you have plans of coming back to Nigeria? Yes, when the time comes, I'm going to run back to Nigeria. Yes. I have plans of going back to Nigeria. Another question, what were your major culture shocks in Europe? One of my major, there are so many, but I think I'm going to give you one because of the time, because I'm trying to reduce this. I'm trying to make this video as short as possible. So the major one is the fact that I think you're very fluent in English language as a Nigerian. People abroad may not understand you. By abroad, I don't necessarily mean only the Western guys. Let's just say the international community may not understand what you're saying because of how we pronounce, the reading, the sound, and all of those. Because because you're already used to being Nigerian and you've interacted with a lot of Nigerians, you know, we get ourselves, we know how we speak, we know how we pronounce things. But when you go outside, you would often, except you're very conscious of that fact and you've learned or practiced to speak slowly and clearly. If you're not yet like that, you would just find yourself often repeating your words because people are saying, "Could you please come again? I did not hear that. Please say it again." Yeah. So that's why when people subconsciously change their accent, when people travel abroad and their accent changes, it's not because they are trying to pretend or anything. It's because they're just trying to, they don't want to repeat themselves twice, so they'll just rather either speak slower or clear more or clearer, yeah, either speak slower or clearer compared to how they will speak in Nigeria. So it's not their fault. So to the final question, and thank you so much for staying till, if you stayed on to this point, give me a high five. Okay, so what is one thing you wished you had done differently in 2025? Let me just read out what I wrote down. 2025 was a roller coaster year for me. I had a lot of ups and downs moments, and it taught me to trust God more. It taught me that my efforts were not enough. What I think I know, or my hard work would my hard work when my hard work will pay, but at the end of the day, it's not all about hard work. It's not all about diligence. So what I wish I did differently, I think I did not start the year fully prepared because I was preparing for exams. So everything in my brain was get an internship, pass your exams excellently. So I did not make major plans for the year. And I think I wish I had done that, because sometimes it's not like we don't have time. It's just that assign we did not assign specific work to the free time that we have. We did not allocate specific tasks to the free time that we have. And what happens if you do not do this? Those time would definitely waste. I wish I posted more on YouTube. I wish I talked more about what I am doing. Although it was a building year for me, as I would call it, but I also wish I talked more. I wish I showed up more. I also wish I showed up more in the year 2025. I also wish I progressed a little bit on the book that I planned to write. I started writing the book in 2024, and I've not had a lot of progress because of so many reasons, right? Distractions. I got distracted, and also that feeling of, is this the right time to write this book? Do I know enough to write this book? Those feelings. But this year is going to be different. Yeah, it is, and I'm hoping it to also be for you. Thank you once again for staying connected, and I wish you the very best in this new year. I hope you're able to achieve the things that you've set out to achieve. I hope you're able to achieve your plans, and I hope you enjoy, have a blast. Please do not forget to subscribe, like, and drop a comment. Happy New Year once again. Bye.